Welcome back to the Dropout 704 podcast. You were here with your host, Samad Sinclair, and I know y'all heard Andrew Schulz basically declare war against Kendrick Lamar. Y'all heard the comments he said. Look, I'm going to give you the quick rundown, right? Andrew Schulz was talking about the black girlfriend effect, or two people on his podcast brought it up, and he basically said, ain't no such thing as a black girlfriend effect. Basically, just made black women out to be toxic, you know what I'm saying, as a joke. And Kendrick came along saying, yo, don't let no white comedian disrespect no black woman. Andrew was like, oh, he gotta be talking about me. A lot of people thought so. I'm not gonna lie, I heard it, and I was like, I feel like he's talking about Andrew Schulz. But so did Andrew. Andrew felt that way too. So then Andrew went out his way to get on the pod and say, yo, Kendrick, directly, I could make love to you. Whoa. He said I could do it, and all you could do is decide if it's consensual or not. Out of pocket. I think that's crazy. I'm like, yo, I feel like that might be taken a little too far. I feel like people's initial issue with Andrew was like, bro, you be taking jokes to a place that you don't really need to take them, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what he said about Kendrick. A lot of people not happy about that, bro. Not personally, I don't think I would be stoked about that. Somebody saying that to me or about me. You know what I'm saying? You could say, okay, well, Kendrick threw the first stone, but it was indirect. You know what I'm saying? But Andrew Schultz took it as, hey, he's talking about me. This is me. I'm the one who Kendrick's dissing, so I'm not going to sneak diss him. I'm gonna come straight forward and say, bro, if I could put hands on you and it would be bad, you couldn't do nothing about it. I could make you my little ting, and you couldn't do nothing, bro. So I feel a couple things about this, right? I feel like he did go a little far with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially because Kendrick never said his name specifically. And I just feel like as a man, bro, you don't say that about no other man. And this is another thing, right? If there's any repercussions from this, like he just has to face them. And if Kendrick even decides, like, bro, I want to fight this man, because we live in the day and age where there's a bunch of celebrity matches, this and that, but we really in the day and age where people are like, hey, yo, you talking crazy? Let's just scrap. I think it's actually pretty cool that we live in this day and age. They say if Kendrick goes to show us the same, bro, you was talking crazy. I want to scrap. He has to do it in any capacity. Kendrick's willing because he, with the claims he made, he's basically saying there's nothing Kendrick could do to hurt him. If Kendrick say, bro, I want to box, bro, gotta be down to box. If Kendrick say, bro, I want to do full MMA, like we fighting UFC, elbows, everything, Schultz got to do it. If Kendrick say, bro, I wanna run this bare knuckle, Schultz got to do it. Does he like legally have to? Obviously not. But when you're making claims like that, if you don't do it, I think that would kill his career. I think that if Kendrick actually tries to fight Schultz and Schultz sits there and be like, nah, bro, I don't really want to do this, money, I think that kills his career because he was the one who brought it to that level. You know what I'm saying? And another thing about Schultz. Andrew makes hilarious racial jokes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say that they're not funny. But what I will sit here and say is a joke about a minority don't always hit the same when it's coming from a white guy. And I get it. He's like, oh, everyone gets the jokes, blah, 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 which is fine. But you also, come on, bro, don't be so tone deaf that you don't realize that people are like, look, dude, as a white guy, we just don't always like when you the one dropping the jokes. You know what I'm saying? They're like, if Al said it, I'm sure it would have hit. It would have came across a little different if Al said it. You know what I'm saying? Or if Akash said it, or anyone else said it. And I'm talking, when I say it, I'm talking about the joke about the black girl dating the black girl effect. You know what I'm saying? And even with everyone else on the couch, like I'll say this, bro. I'm a fan of Schultz. I'm a fan of Kendrick. When it was the Kendrick Drake beef, I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping Drake was gonna pull through for us, but you know what I'm saying, things happen. But I'm a fan of both of these guys, and I still think that Schultz is really wilding. I think Schultz is really wilding because I don't think that he's really about that action. You know what I'm saying? Just that, like I've been watching Andrew Schultz watch a fight with Izzy, and I think Izzy like bumped into him or something and it like hurt him. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you gotta give another man more respect than that. And if you not gonna give him more respect than that, you gotta fight him. And no one else on the pod was really like co-signing it. They was just laughing about it, like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is crazy. But I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Al wasn't like, hey yo, dog, like we don't play like that. Because Al and Schultz have gotten into it before, from Schultz making some sort of jokes. That I was like, bro, we don't joke like that. I think he told him to SMD. I think that actually was it. And Schultz is like, no, Al was like, bro, we don't joke like that in this community. So for him to sit there and know, like, hey, we don't joke like that in this community, for him to let Schultz take it there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe off camera he had a conversation with him like, "Yo, bro, I think you was kind of bugging right here." You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna listen to Flagrant no more because that's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? I am a fan, but in being a fan of these people, I'm not gonna sit here and not be able to say like, "Nah." Buddy was tweaking a little bit. Buddy did not have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Am I sitting here saying that Andrew Schultz should stop making these kind of jokes? No, I'm not saying that at all either. What I am saying though is he has to be willing to accept the backlash, or as I should say, blacklash from the jokes he says. Especially if you're making a joke about a group of people and that group don't find it funny, like you gotta just don't be tone deaf to it. You know what I'm saying? Because like for example, Schultz is great at crowd work. He'll go talk to like a Middle Eastern person and say jokes and make them laugh. So they're laughing with him. They're like, ha ha ha, this is funny. But if you go there and they're like, bro, I genuinely like I don't find this one funny. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be mad that they don't find it funny. You feel me? I get it. You could double down on all this stuff, but I hope that he's just not getting too high and too far in his career to where he no longer has touch with reality. Because he even said, when I'm doing my shows, my tours, and I see all the people there, all the people enjoying it, I know I'm doing something right. It's hard to think that people aren't enjoying this. You know what I'm saying? But we've seen it with the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even one to really feed into cancel culture. If someone made a mistake 10 years ago, someone did this, blah blah blah. I think that's silly. Personally, I think that's silly. But that's not even the position Schultz is in. Schultz is in a position where someone was like, "Yo, I didn't think that was funny. I didn't appreciate it." Blah blah blah. And really, he didn't need to say nothing. He really did not need to say nothing. It would have been way more gangster if he was like, yeah, I mean, hey, if he not talking about me, he ain't saying my name. If anybody's saying my name, then we got a problem. But if nobody's saying my name, I think everybody cool. You know what I'm saying? That would have been way more gangster, way more player. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the route we took. So do I think that there will anything will come of this? I mean, when Kendrick and Drake were going into their back and forths, it did seem that it could get a little out of hand, get a little physical, get a little dangerous. Would I be surprised if that happened with Schultz? A little bit, just because of like the archetype of the kind of person Schultz is. But in general, I feel like it might not even be Kendrick and his team. I think that Schultz is just kind of trying to upset a group of people. Not even trying to upset, but he just doesn't care that he's upsetting a group of people. And it's interesting because I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like the black community does a lot for Schultz. I feel like they love him. When you see the people he's done shows with and all this kind of stuff. Like I'm mainly talking about Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's other people, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But Charlemagne, I see that he works with Charlemagne very closely. Charlemagne's has a lot of people have opinions about him, you know what I'm saying? But overall, he's liked and respected in the community. And he is someone who had Post Malone on the show, talking to Post Malone about what do you do for the what do you do for the black community? Post Malone, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He pressing Post Malone, well, you profiting off of us, blah, blah, blah. So it's just interesting that that's the guy who Andrew Schulz works with so consistently, so closely, and is still out of touch with culture in that sense, with that culture. But yeah, I'm so far Kendrick has said nothing. I think that he will. I think he's gonna respond in some capacity. I don't know what that will be, and I am very interested to see. This could be Kendrick could really change everything, and he could really be that guy. The way that everything just happened with him and Drake, if he flips this thing with Schultz and does something crazy, we gonna see. That'll be super exciting. But hey, thank you guys for watching this episode. Comment down below what y'all thinking. It's your boy Shaman Sinclair. Peace out.